Well, if you haven't heard by now, Chrystul Kizer pled guilty to murder today, so there's not going to be a trial this summer. Man, I am so disappointed in you, Chrystul. I was really banking on this trial. What the hell did you go do that for? Man, this was going to be the trial of the century, or at least I was going to play it up like that. I had all my arguments lined up. I was even going to have a whole series of dumb arguments about Chrystul Kizer ready to be published, and then you had to go and do this damn pleading thing. Yeah. At any rate, we're going to talk about her guilty plea and the ramifications of it, which are kind of humorous. Hello out there. I am trying to get through.
With cold, blunt analysis cradled in the warmth of reasoning, it's time for Johnny Walker Dread to straighten you out on a thing or two. Emanating all the way from exciting Las Vegas, Oklahoma, it's time for the Johnny Walker Dread Show.
All right, so this was covered pretty thoroughly in the Kenosha County Eye. Kevin Mathewson's paper is where you go when you need information about Kenosha, and this one was no different. All the other reports came in piecemeal, but Kevin is on the scene and he has some really good stuff for us here. So let's read his article. Breaking: Chrystul Kizer pleads guilty for 2018 murder of pedophile. That's how long it took to settle this. 6 years. After nearly 6 years, since being charged with murder, arson, and car theft, Chrystul Kizer has pled guilty for the June 5th, 2018 murder of Randall P. Volar III. On this date, she shot him in the back of the head, burned his house down, and stole his car. Kizer admitted as much to detectives with the Kenosha Police Department. In the plea deal that was accepted today by Judge David Wilk, Kizer pled guilty to a lesser charge of second-degree reckless homicide, use of a dangerous weapon. The maximum sentence is 20 years in state prison, followed by 10 years of extended release. I have no idea at this point how many years she will get. What do you think? What would you give her if you were the judge? The stealing of the BMW, setting the house on fire, and 6 counts of felony bail jumping were all dismissed. Dismissed but read in were a count of arson and a count of felony bail jumping. I mean, she had a rap sheet a mile long. This was likely done for restitution reasons. And we're going to talk about that here in just a second. So there's Randall Volar, who I guess is the victim, because keep in mind, Chrystul shot him. He died as a result of a gunshot from her. So according to the people who wanted the people that Kyle shot nailed down as victims, I guess he's the victim, right? Oh no, all of a sudden, all those arguments will change. I can't believe that you're calling him a victim. He was such a bad guy. Which he was. Randall P. Volar III was a pedophile that videotaped himself having sex with multiple underage girls. He also had in his possession hundreds of images and videos of child porn. Kevin, you have. Kizer argued that Volar sex trafficked her, and that is why she killed him. The prosecutors tried to prevent the trafficking defense. The court agreed with the prosecutors. The defense attorney successfully had Judge Wilk's ruling overturned by the Wisconsin State Supreme Court, and I've covered that very thoroughly in past videos. I do have a playlist for Chrystul Kizer, so if you're interested in this case, go watch my other videos in the playlist. Okay, and so that's Gravely. He's the prosecutor. Kenosha County District Attorney Michael Gravely, Democrat, told KCE that the plea agreement was fair and equitable. And here's a quote that he has here. This is really good. I think both sides decided, having and knowing what evidence would come in, knowing how the law has been interpreted now by the state Supreme Court, And knowing what the trial court rulings are, both sides had the best ability to assess what a jury might think about this case and also what the appropriate sentence was. And yeah, I think it is an ability for both sides to come to an agreement that will allow all sides to recommend what they think is necessary in the case, but also acknowledges all the difficult facts for either side.
Now, does anybody have a drink around here?
And by the way, this person is smiling in this photo. She's not now. Hang around, you'll find out why. On June 22nd, 2020, a liberal activist lawyer named Charlene Grace of the Chicago Community Bond Fund posted the $400,000 for Kizer to be released. Grace works for the Cook County Public Defender's Office and thinks that cash bail should be eliminated, even for murder. So, even for murder. Wow. She definitely doesn't want cash bonds now. Hang on, you'll find out why. Gravely indicated on the record today that he'll be filing a motion to forfeit Kizer's $400,000 bond, or what will remain of it, after restitution. The cost of bringing Kizer to Kenosha, Volar's house and funeral costs will likely be included in the restitution request. So they're going to have to pay for the house out of it. And $400,000, yeah, don't think that's going to quite cover it. If Gravely's motion is approved, then there is no chance that Charlene Grace, Democrat, they, them, of the Chicago Community Bond Fund will get a penny back from the court system, dealing a big blow to the organization's credibility. So they raised this money for Chrystul Kizer, right? And they obviously made a lot of phone calls and got big donations from a number of their biggest benefactors. And my gut feeling is that the donors were under the impression that they were going to get their money back if Chrystul showed up for court. No. It turns out that if you bail somebody out in Wisconsin, that the money that you put up for the bail can be used to pay for restitution. That is, to me, an absolutely insane law, but that is the way they roll in Wisconsin. So this lady, this Charlene Grace, is going to have to go to her donors and tell them that you're not getting your money back. Now, keep in mind, I have nothing against them raising money for Chrystul Kizer's defense. So this isn't about payback for them donating money to Chrystul Kizer's defense at all. I just think that the type of people that are donating this money probably deserve it for other reasons. And Kizer will be sentenced on August 19th, 2024 at 9 a.m. And we got a number here, 262-657-4800. What's that for? Wow, if you have some auto repair that you need being done in the Kenosha area, you go to Robinson's. It's a pretty nice car. Challenger? RT? I don't know. I'm not a big Mopar fan, but nice car. And they do auto detailing, diesel repair, steering, suspension. Wow, those guys got it all covered. So if you need auto repair in Kenosha, they're the ones to take it to. So I wanted to get this video out pretty quickly here. I'm going to be following up with some more comments, but because she pled guilty, there's probably not going to be a lot more on this. Like my video, subscribe to my channel.